It is like 7 in the morning, and we're going to Epic Universe. This is it. Although today was sold out, so I'm expecting to not really get on anything. So we're just going to prioritize Stardust Racers and Ministry. And maybe if we can, we'll get on some other stuff. But that's what we're probably just going to be able to do. That's what we're expecting, at least. So, yeah, this is it. And we're here. That's it. After so many years of watching this park be built, and then watching people come to early admission and hearing stuff from my friends who've been here, I finally get to go here for myself, and it's so exciting. Just opened. I wonder if that ball thing's gonna start spinning. So right now we're just kind of walking around shops waiting for things to open, but there is Stardust Racers. It looks so beautiful. You can see the top hat there and then the Celestial Spin. Such a good looking ride. So we are in the park a little early. It's a little past 8 and it opens at 10 because right now is the time for the people who have early admission to ride the rides here. So since we can't do that yet, we're just walking around. We might try to pre-queue for Ministry so we can knock that out of the way in the morning, and then we can, then we don't have to worry about that later in the day. Yep, we're gonna pre-queue for Ministry. So we're in the world right now, and it's sick. It's so cool. We are in the line for Ministry right now. 60-minute wait when I was expecting past 2 hours. I would call that a win. They walk through and it's like flashes green. What? That's cool. This should not be possible. We just walked through like a little tunnel. The building was not this big. What?
It's magic.
This is genuinely incredible. Like, I have no idea how they did this. This is amazing. Okay, I genuinely don't know how this queue is still going through huge room after huge room because this building is definitely not this big. This is just, like, I'm not even on the ride yet and the queue is just so cool, but we are getting on the ride soon, so I'll see you after the ride. Okay, let me just say, from a technological standpoint, that ride is extremely impressive. At some points, it was really hard to tell what was real and what wasn't. It wasn't like super intense or anything. Like, I still haven't ridden Stardust, but I think I'd still prefer Stardust over this. But honestly, it was a really cool ride. And I didn't wait that long for it, so I think it was definitely worth it. It's not even 10 yet, but we're gonna go over to Isle of Berk next, and we're probably gonna get on Hiccup Swing Gliders. After a few minutes of thinking about it, yes, I think it's a good ride, but I honestly think some people are kind of overhyping it. Like, yes, it is very cool what they were able to do, and it's very impressive from a technological standpoint, but, you know, Airtime Trolls ranked this above Stardust Racers. But personally, I think I would like Stardust Racers more, so we'll see once I ride that, but we're going to Isle of Berk next. We're in the line for Hiccup Swing Gliders, and it's only been about 20 minutes, I think. It said a 40-minute wait, and we are like right here at the station. So it's nice. The lines are actually not that long today. Just got off Wing Gliders. That was very fun. It reminded me a lot of Hagrid's. Obviously it wasn't as long, but it was a super fun ride. The animatronics were super good. The second launch actually did have some kick to it. I did like that. So we're gonna get some mac and cheese, which I'm very excited for because I'm kind of hungry. And then we're gonna go over to Stardust Racers, which I'm also very excited for because I've heard that it rivals Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi. So after riding it, I'm gonna see which one out of the three will be my number one, because it's possible that today Velocicoaster could be dethroned. Even the chairs are themed. I will say this park is very clean. Well, obviously, because it's a new park, and it's also universal. There's like no gum on the ground. Well, except for that. There's like no gum on the ground. compared to like Lagoon or like Six Flags parks. The animatronics in this park are extremely good.
Toothless says, give us a little bounce. Toothless says, wiggle your ears.
Well, here we are on the line for Stardust. Well, here we are on the line for Stardust. For a while, it was looking like they were only doing one train operations, but then I saw 2 trains launch at the same time. And then just after that, when those trains hit the brake run, I saw 2 more launch. So looks like they're back to normal operations, but this line is moving pretty slow. But hopefully we'll get moving and get to the station soon. All right, we're here at the locker, so we'll see you after the ride. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. So we rode on green, and the whole ride, it was just ejector airtime. Just ejector hill after ejector hill. And there was like, it was just non-stop. That thing would not quit until the brake run. It was, man, I don't even know what to say. I don't know where to put it in my rankings because honestly, like, I don't know if I like this or Velocicoaster more. But I think I'm gonna have to give it some time and a second ride. We're coming back to ride it again tonight, but man, that was unbelievable. Incredible ride. And there's music playing, but I didn't even know because I was like screaming so loud because the ejector airtime is like almost painful. And my throat's sore too. I don't even know if we won or lost because just hitting the brake run, I was just like recovering from that. It was, man, that was insane. Like, it could be my new number 1, but I don't even know. Like, I don't know where to put it in my rankings. We're gonna eat and then we're gonna head to Dark Universe. I honestly still don't know what to think of that ride. It's unbelievable. Here we are, Dark Universe. Here we are at Monsters Unchained. Just went underneath the thing, so you can't see the castle anymore, but it's a pretty big castle. We're going in, 60-minute wait.
I am Igor. My job is to get you through this experiment in one piece. This is a Catacombs Navigation Unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. You sit, Igor steers, nothing goes wrong.
These people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of.
That was pretty cool. Once again, from a technological standpoint, very impressive. It was like Forbidden Journey, but a bit more advanced. And I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Although I definitely think Stardust and Hiccup Twin Gliders are above that. Maybe just because they're roller coasters, but that was still pretty fun. I liked it. We went from Dark Universe to this place called Blue Dragon Asian restaurant, and I just noticed these floating things. That's pretty cool. Just finished eating. Now we're heading to Super Nintendo World. We're going to do Donkey Kong Minecart Madness and Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. So we're probably going to be spending quite a while there. After like 20 seconds of walking, we're at the portal because this is a small park, and that's pretty cool. The coins actually look like they're floating. That's kind of sick. You just walk in here and it's like huge. It feels too big to fit in this little space where they put it. Like, incredible. No, we're not almost there. There's more. A lot more.
Oh my goodness, finally. We got in this line at like 3 o'clock and it's like almost 5 now.
Minecart Madness was actually very fun. Wasn't super intense or anything, but it was very unexpected. Like, you know, since you can't really see where the track is a lot of the time, you don't really know a whole lot where you're gonna go next. And you got the really fun dives up to the temples there. There's a little bit of like occasional sharp ejector airtime over those hills, but it lasted for a very short time. Very rough, but I guess that kind of adds to like the feeling of really being in a minecart. But yeah, that was a pretty fun ride. We're gonna do, I think maybe Mario Kart, but that is like over 2 hours, so I don't actually know what we're gonna do next, but we will find out. Mario Kart is only 85 minutes, so we are in line for that right now. This is pretty sick. Bowser's Castle. Well, I'm not super into Mario Kart, but as someone who does enjoy playing Mario Kart, this is pretty cool. We got these things. I don't know what they are, but my brother was saying it probably like tracks your head movement or something, so. Gosh. We waited forever for Bowser's Challenge, and I wouldn't say it was worth it, but it was definitely fun. Very unique, interactive shooting dark ride. It was okay. The controls were honestly really hard to like learn and do, because you had to focus on steering on the one hand, and then on the other hand, well, I guess with both hands, you do shooting. So you press these buttons on top of the steering wheel, and you look where you want to shoot. Which I kept trying to turn the steering wheel where I wanted to shoot, so I ended up not hitting a lot of stuff and only getting 99 coins when the rest of my family got between like 100 and 150. But yeah, I think that was a pretty fun ride. Yeah, we're gonna do pizza and Stardust Racers next. So I'm gonna try the yellow side this time, and maybe this ride will help me decide where to put it on my list. You know, the name of the ride is Bowser's Challenge, but Bowser's Challenge does not reference the racing. It references the challenge of waiting in the line that just keeps going and going and going, and it never stops. We're eating at Pizza Moo. I just noticed that, and that's Link. I used to be super into the Zelda games. That was some amazing, delicious purple pizza. Very good. It had like little bits of bacon and some white cheese on it. Usually I don't like white cheese, but that was some good white cheese. We're going back to do another lap on Stardust, so we're going to try yellow this time. I'm hoping to get the back, but really, I'll take whatever. Here we are doing Stardust Racers a second time, this time on yellow. So, we just got off Stardust, and it was a very interesting ride. Throughout the whole queue, they tell you, do not take your shoes off, leave your shoes on, like, you know, for safety reasons and all that. So, the person on the train next to us, they took their shoes off. So before the first launch, the ride completely stopped, and it took like 5 minutes. Some of the employees came down, they gave that person their shoes back, and then like a few minutes later, out of nowhere, we took off with no warning. It was super fun, but it was actually kind of terrifying. Like, I don't think, besides Accelerator, I've never experienced a launch that scary, because it just came out of nowhere. And then the rest of the ride was, you know, it was Stardust. I think I prefer green, but we had no music because the music played and we were stopped on the launch track. So, pretty interesting ride. Maybe, I don't know if it's just like circumstance that I prefer green, but they're very close. But yeah, I would definitely give the slight edge to green. I'm still debating where to put it on my list, but I think it goes in number 3 below Velocicoaster and Iron Gwazi. I feel like Iron Gwazi has a bit stronger ejector airtime, and Velocicoaster just has a story and more of a variety with its elements and courses. So it's still very close. All those coasters are still very good, but we'll see. Maybe my opinion will change, but Stardust Racers overall is an extremely good ride. Very happy that it is in Epic Universe. Very fun, unique ride. Nice dually launch coaster. Just finished eating some overpriced crepes at the Café de la French Words. Butterscotch crepe. It was pretty good.
As much as I did kind of want to ride Stardust at night, I don't think we'll be able to since we're leaving in like 15 minutes because that's the part of the ride. The music sounds very good. Kind of sad I didn't get to experience it with like the EDM kind of music, but I mean it was pretty good. Like the 2 times I rode it, I'm happy with the 2 rides that I got. We're taking a look at Isle of Berk one more time at night to see how it's different, if it looks better. I've heard it looks better in the morning, but yeah, we're just gonna see how it looks, not really ride anything because it's kind of too late to do that. It looks pretty cool at night. I like the fire. I don't know if that's always there, but I just noticed it now. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. That big spinny thing that wasn't spinning this morning is spinning now. Oh my goodness. Well, I was expecting to only get on 2 rides, but we got on everything that I wanted to ride. The only thing that I think we could have done that we didn't was Curse the Werewolf, but I heard that one was kind of okay anyways. You know, we have Spider at Lagoon, my home park, so, you know, I'd say that's fine. It is nice though, now that it's darker, the temperature is absolutely perfect and the park looks beautiful all lit up. Man, I'm kind of really bad at like holding the phone backwards showing it, so I gotta like change the camera to the front camera to take these shots. All right, well that's it. That's Epic Universe. Overall, that was a very good park. I would say that's my second favorite in Florida, just behind Busch Gardens Tampa. What was interesting is it's actually a very small park. I mean, like walking between the portals, maybe it was just because of the portals, but like walking between the portals only took like 5 minutes for the lands that were all the way across each other. And I think that was partially due to the fact that there's not like a huge lake in the middle that you have to like walk around. Most of it you can just like walk straight through. A small but very strong collection of rides. It does help this park a lot. Very well themed. I feel like the theming of the rides in this park is better than any Disney park, I would say. I really like the idea of this park. I love like the, you know, 4 mini parks in this main hub that is Celestial Park, and each little like mini park has like 2 or 3 rides. Very cool idea. And it also helps the park be not super it also helps the park be not super like tedious to walk from one end to the other. The portals are very cool. It helps to distinguish lands from each other and not have this like I'm guessing it'd be pretty difficult to like merge lands into each other, like make the transition from one land into another like look good and not feel weird, which is something that Disney has to do with every park because they don't have the portals. But this was the first park to have the portals, and I think it helps make the transition more like fluid from different like area to area. Well, I wouldn't say the transition from themed land to themed land is like fluid. It is more abrupt with the portals, but it makes more sense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But overall, very good park. The people at Universal definitely did a very good job designing and creating this park, and I'm excited to see what kind of rides and coasters they decide to add in the future.